What is up, guys? We got our stream today. I just finished recording a video. You guys check it out. I also published a video today. Hopefully my next video will be out Wednesday. I was doing it in the chat, just talking to myself, but if you're watching this back on anything, there you go. It's always nice to stream, but you know, it's a little discouraging when there's no viewers. Got 1,000 subs, no viewers. Just feel like a fraud. That's good enough. Oh, almost ended stream on accident. Whoa. We're landing a spot on the map. And we're gonna do it. Why does my hair look like that? There we go. Now it looks worse. Yeah, I'm out. That better not be at me. No, I got the slow walk bug, bro. Not now. Y'all don't know about the slow walk. Damn it, man. No, I'm very dead. Yeah, I'll leave. That's what I get for trying to land a spot. Shouldn't count as game. No, it didn't. There's 7 characters, bro. What? I do not care.
Okay. We're doing it, folks. Alright, so I mark this. Okay. Back. I'll call someone for this spot, I don't care. If I go down, going down swinging. I said that as I leave, but I didn't want to give him any kill credit. He's probably so mad. They don't regenerate anymore. That's what I heard. I shouldn't have used that nuke then. So many cacti, what I used it. That's scary, man. Why am I just getting pistols? What is this? Come on, that better be someone by now. They do, you're okay. Yep, shouldn't have popped the nuke. Oh wow, a nuke. Man, this place is stacked. Oh, who just got pickaxe, bro? That's crazy. 6 feet tall. Heel bij same glider. Oh right, you have infinite nitro somehow. Wait, I was playing duos? Why'd I say 51st? I hate solos and Fortnite.
I got so frustrated with ads on YouTube, I was watching more commercials than content.
Hey gang, so my financial advisors told me that I need to make more videos on animated movies in order to fund my Pikmin content. Let's talk about Pikmin villains. I mean Pixar villains. Silly me. Yeah, so 4 years ago, I made a video ranking the top 10 DreamWorks villains that did really well. It was a ton of fun to make, and I capitalized on its success by never making a video like it again for some reason. Look, can you blame me? I was too busy figuring out if the characters in Super Smash Bros. Can eat pizza or not. I honestly think I really messed up by not becoming a gaming YouTuber first and foremost, and then transitioning into film stuff afterwards, rather than the other way around. In a perfect world, every single one of my videos would be about Pikmin. I hope you know that. But oh well, that's enough existential dread. Let's get back on topic. Everyone loves to talk about classic Disney villains. And while there are a lot of individual iconic baddies from Pixar movies, I don't think they're quite as revered as a group, you know? Probably because while Disney villains have a lot of archetypes and aspects in common, Pixar baddies tend to branch out in all sorts of different ways. You got simple rivals, a couple actually good twist villains, legit mass murderers, and a kid who's just expressing his creativity, damn it! He doesn't know the toys are alive, gives it a break! Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Pixar villains are some of the first cinematic bad guys we ever come across in our lives. They really left an impression on a lot of us, and there's a lot to say about why most of them work really well.
Match found.
Yeah, much like the movies themselves, the consistency of these villains really fell off over time. I mean, there wasn't even an obvious bottom spot for this list. I actually had to really think about 3 of these fucking atrocious antagonists, and which one belongs lower than the others. But before I tell you how much they suck, a couple of ground rules. Obviously, not every Pixar movie has a villain. I omitted the obviously villainless movies from this list, but I also want to be upfront with some of my perhaps more controversial omissions. Basically, I don't think there are villains in Toy Story 4, Soul, and Finding Nemo. Gabby seems like a villain at first, but the fact that they talk things out with her fairly quickly means I don't really think she counts. She doesn't feel incredibly villainous to each cat. The same goes for Terry from Soul. They have no personal stake in stopping her. It's literally just no job for them.
Watch anyway. My crew is coming through.
They serve their singular purpose of bringing Joe back to the Soul World, and then they are irrelevant. Doesn't really sound like a villain to me. Finally, Finding Nemo. Bruce doesn't count because that was just his insatiable bloodlust talking. He's really a nice guy. Who else do we got? The dentist? Dude just wanted some fish. I don't know, he doesn't seem all that malicious. And the same goes for Darla. She just shakes a bag. Sid counts because he's constantly straight up antagonistic. But like, Darla just shook a bag. I don't know. I don't think Finding Nemo has a villain. Argue with the wall. One last thing. In terms of the other movies on this list, I'm only going to be counting the main villain of any particular movie. Like, the Underminer.
Radiant powers, deadly tech.
sorry,
I'm sure we won't break anything.
Sorry to undermine his influence. However, there's one movie I'm gonna have to include two different villains from in separate slots. And when we get to it, I think you'll know why. Okay, that's enough preamble. Let's get it going. Disappointment in the game of life. Like I said, I really had to think about who deserved this bottom place. There are certainly a couple villains more embarrassing than this guy, but ultimately, I realized that I had to give the bottom slot to the one villain whose very existence actively makes the entire film's story worse. Say hello to Emperor Zurg. I mean, realistically, think about it. Toy Story 2 already had two antagonists in the form of Stinky Pete and Al from Al's Toy Barn. What the hell does throwing in a third villain accomplish? Oh wait, I might have gotten something wrong in my notes. I don't think this is the movie Zurg is the worst villain in. Oh, here we go. I found the other movie. Toy Story 3.
Folded. Dizzy's up top. Someone's there.
Last player standing.
Story worse. You know, that still doesn't. I guess there was that one fan film where it's like a hyper-realistic Buzz Lightyear, and they also copied the emotional
Yous don't
hook
get
of
a reset
Interstellar,
button.
and most of the
So
movies
stay alive,
spend time
please.
with annoying losers, and one of them is Taika Waititi, and his whole joke is that he has a pen in his suit, and he keeps wanting to use the pen, and when we get to the climax, he uses the pen. That was the payoff. But you know what? The animation is very good for a fan film. Even so, I feel like these fans really missed the point and appeal of Buzz Lightyear. He's a corny parody of sci-fi heroes. Zurg in actual Toy Story is his father because Darth Vader parody. A ton of people saw this film and asked, why isn't Zurg his father anymore? And I think that's because
Spike
if
planted.
he kept Zurg as his father, that would be admitting that a serious version of a goofy parody character with a goofy parody Darth Vader villain is a deeply dumb premise that never should have been made. And we can't admit that. We spent $200 million on this. Gee, how did the fans get that large of a budget to make this? That's crazy. Anyway, the twist is that, no, this isn't Buzz's father, silly. This is an
Last player standing.
future timeline. What? If you haven't seen this movie, which is most of you, I assume, you're probably wondering what makes this the dumbest twist ever in anything. But to answer that, we need to talk about parallel
Sorry.
universes.
Inside
See,
joke.
Zurg is a version of Buzz from an alternate timeline where he completed his mission, but he wasn't supposed to, so they tried to arrest him, so he ran away. And he just conveniently stumbled upon a bunch of abandoned alien technology and robots. He then used all this convenient technology to travel back in time, but not far enough back in time to correct his mistake. So he needs the time crystal from the version of Buzz that currently exists in the present. The problem I have with this is that nothing in the movie ever supports the idea that alternate
Yeah, they're
versions of
cheating.
characters can coexist, or that going back in time is a possibility.
Toxin screen down.
Buzz has a brief line where he says, what we need is
Spike planted.
Enemy down.
discovers the ability to go back.
Toxins going up.
He literally just stumbled upon technology. All the robots for him now can't save Buzz.
Last player
The only
standing.
thing they can make is Zurg. So he's. Are you starting to understand why this is the dumbest movie ever? But wait, there's more stupid shit to talk about. See, Buzz's
You know,
entire
I could
motivation
just
in this
outlive
movie
them.
is to correct a mistake he made. and got
Nah,
everyone
bullets
stranded
are
on the
quick.
planet. The consequences of this mistake are basically non-existent because nobody ever expresses frustration or disappointment at being stuck here except him. Literally everyone is fine living on this planet, but Buzz is the only one who's like, no, I gotta fix this. We gotta get home. And if he wants one thing if it was just the hero of the movie who had this dumbass motivation, but unfortunately, because the hero and the villain are the same person, this is also what Old Buzz's entire motivation is. A problem that literally only exists in his head because nobody else cares. He spent the past 50 years thinking, no, I don't give a shit that everyone has a happy planet now. I don't
Spike planted.
It's not like Old Buzz didn't know everyone was fine.
Up away. Dizzy has targets.
Right here.
What is his problem?
Reloading.
He could do something.
One enemy remaining.
But the problem is that Buzz is extremely.
Ready for this.
I can't picture him going down any road without it. He's such a milquetoast,
We back in it
standard
now.
good guy with a little bit of an ego problem, but it really doesn't feel that drastic. It's like they were too afraid to make him unlikable, even though the whole point of the villain hinges on the idea that Buzz has the potential to do some unlikable evil things. I don't like this movie. Does Zurg do anything cool and villainous when you detach him from the Old Buzz twist? Nope. He's so boring. Just a dull, evil robot guy who doesn't have a single memorable line of dialogue. His motivation is unbearably stupid. The twist feels a
She's not ready. Right there.
It's you and me. This would absolutely
Spike planted.
Pixar movie villain if it counted. But since it's a fan film, it's only really worth a dishonorable mention.
Reload him.
Poison orb emitted. Toxin screen down.
Careful now.
Jillian shillings if you could tell me does
Last player standing. Flawless.
Remember, bullets hurt.
Unmemorable dinosaurs, and then they just move on to the next one.
Attackers win.
I think this might be the least liked Pixar movie. Like, I found out over the years that Cars 2 has a lot of fans. And I always knew there were at least some people who liked Brave. But, like, Dinosaur and Lightyear are the big two that I just do not think anyone on the planet likes. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so Earl and his dino buddies show up in one 5-minute scene towards the middle. And, you know, I thought the scene was fine. It was actually pretty funny when he suddenly ate that squirrel he rescued. But yeah, he wants to eat the dog boy and the T-Rexes chase him off. So he's out of the movie now. Except, once we get to the third act, the movie remembers that it needed to have a third act. So it just abruptly brings these jokers back. They kidnap Dog Boy, and then instead of eating him immediately, they put him in a tree where he can dodge them trying to eat him, I guess. Anyway, Earl has no character outside of just being the leader of a cult who worships storms. If that sounds interesting to you, trust me, it's not. There is no reason to ever watch this movie. Again, it was a tough decision, but the reason I ultimately put Earl over Zurg is because he doesn't actively make his movie worse. He's just kind of a victim of the fact that there's barely a plot, and what little plot they do have is being held together by Scotch tape. Still, he's absolutely one of the most underwhelming, pathetic, forgettable Pixar villains. In fact, he's so forgettable that Earl...
Sorry, kid, but you're my puppet now. Sure.
Match found.
The Owl House, along with Amphibia, for the longest time, this series was one of the biggest shows to appear on Disney.
You've never seen shooting like this.
Today we're going back in
Lotus, Lotus, Lotus.
Just take a seat. I got this.
Next.
Today, I'm gonna rank every
Next video chat. Oh, Now we're on this one. Inside the mind of Jeffrey Dahmer.
So,
I've got this dream. And you're all in it.
Let's hear it.
With Wells Fargo.
I did not expect that line to come out of his mouth.
You think it's easy looking zero for 20 years?
Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot.
Oh my God,
But now I
easy
feel
looking
more useless
zero.
than a chiropractor in an emergency.
Excuse me, is anyone here a doctor?
I have a heating pad in my office. What seems to be the problem? I have a heating pad in my office. Bro, chiropractors are pretty sketchy. I've heard some mixed reviews on working with chiropractors.
What grade are you in, bud?
Second.
You don't say. Boy, I bet things are different than they were in my day. A lot of school shootings now.
What?
No, I just meant...
Like people bring guns to school?
What? No, I'm not saying...
They just shoot kids?
Something about you,
Hide
Caleb.
under your desk.
Don't know what it is yet.
Be a no.
I like it.
All set. You guys getting along?
Yep, just great.
Yeah, just great. Wait, I don't know the context of that scene. Is he trying to like hit on the bomb or
See
something?
you Friday?
Good for you, Ryan.
No.
Maybe you can take her to the Cheesecake Factory. People seem to like that.
Cheesecake Factory's has good stuff.
Did you
Just
find
look at it.
something on the menu you'd like?
No. 110 pages, and no.
The shift in weight of the table.
Lois, have you seen the pooping iPad? I can only go while watching Tiger King.
Huh?
The iPad we use only while pooping and occasionally on flights for Stewie.
Ew, I play Elmo's ABCs on that. Is that why I keep getting pink eyes?
Watch your eyes! That was like one of those scenes in SpongeBob where they make them have like the dance chicken faces.
That one with the chip. Enemy spotted A. Would you like to donate a cup of coffee to a soldier overseas? Yeah, that seems like a good cause.
Okay.
Hey, here's your free cup of coffee from a lady in Rhode Island.
No. What? My God! What is that?
Time to put up the 2020 Christmas decorations. First, ethnically accurate Jesus sculpture.
Enemy down.
Josephine, followed by three genderless wives.
Careful now.
Enemy spotted A.
one enemy remaining.
You tried. I stopped that. Remember to talk to each other out there. We communicate, we win.
What's it gonna be our turn here?
Amazing.
Look at this.
Does anyone have funds?
Have you all eaten with us before?
No, but I get how restaurants work. Now, what can I get for you?
What is going on?
Lois, should I stop recording? Yep, you got a text. Yep, I clicked it. Yep.
Okay.
KO, team food, let's go.
Yep, I'm reading the old text. Yep, I should stop. Yep, but I can't. Yep, yep.
Flash!
Yep, who's Greg? Yep, here's Greg.
Hit.
Enemy C. Target down.
Are
you a
Flashbang.
Smoke's down.
Last player standing.
I mean,
Run home with
One enemy remaining. Spike down, C.
Weapon choice, it is so personal. No? You pick a gun and it tells me who you are.
this show, man. This show. The chicken. Here. Oh my God. But he's dying. Look at him.
They've got nerve.
He's sick. Yeah. No.
Watch your eyes!
Let me close your privacy. Enemy A.
Right here.
Enemy A, they found my trap.
And let out a fart. That's crazy.
Only employees closed, so it's impossible to ask anybody for help.
True.
Santa Claus?
Spike
Here.
planted.
Why are you taking our Christmas tree?
You and me up to the girls' night out.
Okay.
Okay.
We both forget what we saw.
Why? Stewie, what's going on? You want to talk about
Flash! I can't believe it.
Last player standing.
I'm going to be your husband. We're such each other. No. Ryan, I'd like you to be my fiancé, but I'm ordered from Ukraine. The soon-to-be Zlata Griffin.
Let's make a plan, then execute.
Yeah, they sent two in case one died. Like her arm was not off. Eat people, we got food.
Need a draw.
what the hell is going on, man?
What was that? It was nothing. Oh my god, Ryan. You're 1% cat. And Pop.
Let's get this done.
The hunt begins. Brian, not a good reply there.
What do we have left?
I'm ready to say anything is still in the fridge. I have made love.
There's a smarter way to shoot.
Target sighted B.
Launching smoke.
Reloading. Most available prices.
Last player standing.
Buy stuff, ka-ching, little skirrrr, to my done. Yeah?
Man, this broom-handled Coke tapioca is delicious.
Chris had sex with that.
Relax, I didn't finish.
Oh. Brian, I know you're a dog, but come on, bro. God. And who's in the oven?
Clear to engage. Weapons hot.
Enemy spotted C.
You guys didn't keep looking for me. Well, we really like to take things up the guys way.
Kia.
Roadhouse, call that.
Right here.
Flash!
Enemy spotted.
Many exits.
Hold my thing up against the
Spike planted.
There they are.
Eliminate.
Dad told me to sleep in here.
Sorry, I just missed.
Careful now.
Last player standing.
I was very full.
That is one of the weirdest scenes I've ever seen.
Surveillance. Oh, great. Who are you again?
Hey.
A very good customer. Oh my god, I gotta go. Thanks, That was a very sad door to run into.
I did not even realize what it was. Okay.
Well, I don't know what you're saying, Lois, but that is the dumbest horse.
Teleport's ready.
It hurt to hear.
That radar won't touch a soul. I'll make sure of it. Need a drop.
Have a multi-platinum recording career. Hi, I'm Richard Marx, and I suck at making clay horses.
Thank you.
But ask your wife if she cares.
I hope my girlfriend's not watching this. What just that was in the episode of Family Guy?
Oh, cool. Jukebox.
They're all about men in their 40s wanting to have sex with teenagers.
I wanna be Papa T, Papa, at the sock pop. Or maybe
Target sighted.
13 candles. Come on, let's go!
Train harder.
Light that thing on fire.
Watch your eyes!
That's not a scratch.
Enemy A. Careful now.
Spike planted.
First part of the city, Daddy didn't want to pay $3 extra for parking. Boston Boston University, guys, not Harvard, guys.
No charges yet.
Have fun. My turn.
Last player standing.
I hate the op. I hate the op so much.
Rick and Morty on the show?
I'll outshine all their aliens.
But this is what happened in 2060. It's a war between robot Stewies and robot Brian.
Why would you marry a baby?
In my country, everyone I know blows up.
They are so dead.
This is so dumb.
I'm starting to think Peter didn't throw a tennis ball in this direction.
Yeah, probably not.
Together.
I'm lost in the woods. I'm drunk on moonshine.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing to do is
Wall raised.
Jones videos at full volume.
Toaster is broken. If you're magnet breaking, but now let's get
Flashbang.
Careful now.
Fragment.
toasted. Trap destroyed. Enemy C.
Fire!
Spike planted.
Shutting them down. Once pressed.
Oh. Why did it give that many?
One enemy remaining.
Say mid-century modern a lot. If you want to join.
Mid-century.
Watch your eyes!
Last player standing.
Wait, that's what they're excited about? Is to become now that they're becoming younger, they're gonna vape?
Clutch.
Peter, it's a buffet. I love buffets. Ooh. Okay, if I go there right now.
Once more into battle. I'm not tired. Are you?
7 to 10, we serve a complimentary breakfast.
Complimentary breakfast?
That's like the greatest thing he's ever seen. He's never even looked at his kids like that.
After all, confidence will help you maintain optimal stamina during your lovemaking. That's enough. Have it your way, Brian. I myself am a student of the pleasures. Oh my god.
You want to play? Let's play.
He's cheating.
Being able to have something to always protect myself with this Byrna allows me to have that.
Bam!
Hostile KIA. My ult's ready. Knocks away. Reset.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Molly!
Please do not mistake my smile. I take this all very seriously.
And let me just make a few quickie alterations, and there you go, young man.
Hello, children.
What do we do now? There's only one thing we can do. We have to get guns. Guns? It's the only way for us to be safe. How? Even if we thought it could help protect us, how are we all gonna get our hands on guns? Alright, cool, we got guns. Mr. Jefferson, I wish I could be around you all the time. You're awesome. I think you're awesome too, Colin. Yeah. Yeah.
Back on down.
You understand what a bad dream? Yeah, a really bad dream. Sports watch? Hey, it looks like one of those. Oh man, I accidentally sent get him instead of the sports watch. Maybe they took it literally when we said we wanted to adopt a kid.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Careful now.
Spike planted.
Sorry, bro. My ultimate's ready. Embarrassing.
Flash!
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Well, maybe we'll just refuse to go.
Careful now.
Bragging rights if you get first pick.
Reloading. Does anyone have funds?
Spike planted.
Come on, let's go. Careful now.
Had your fun. My turn.
Here. Here.
Last player standing.
What? Oh wait, I had no shields.
It seems these strangers want me dead. Yeah, they're not first.
Anyone need something?
Does anyone have funds?
Hey, wait a minute. This ain't a trick, is it? You're not gonna stick something yicky in my mouth, are you?
I swear on my mother's life, Butters, I'm not going to stick anything yicky. Alright, ready?
What's going on?
Launching smoke.
Open up the sky!
Many enemies seen. You fought well. Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted B.
Now, just to make sure you don't slip up.
Rain is down.
Let's meet Ryan.
Why are they all around the corner? Why is this?
Spike planted.
Windows broken.
Knife deployed.
Last player standing. Last round before the switch.
Spend everything. Can't be cheap.
All the meals are served there.
Douchebag! And it means a lot that you're standing here apologizing with your dad to tell him up. Fat Jew bitch! Oh, thank you, Eric. Thank you. Big nose tank!
Well, I think we can all put this behind us now. Piss out my ass!
Oh! Not to piss out my ass! Piss out my ass! Boy, you always hear that. I was like, why don't you say piss out my ass? Enemy A.
Yeah! Piss out your ass right on the cowboy bed by the Jew face!
You are powerless.
No, 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 no. He's cheating. He's cheating. He's cheating. Yep. You don't just know that.
Last player standing.
What is with this old? This with no key.
Spike planted.
Took us a long time to narrow it down, but there is no doubt. Boy, I'm sure you haven't taken up the Hoover.
Teleport's ready.
This is even. What's this thing?
Switching sides.
Who am I kidding? My knees are gonna kill after this.
Worked all day, I can watch what I want. We're gonna take a stick of butter and just smear that all over. Oh my god, that's awesome.
No, what? Wait, what's the kids there, bro? Oh, no, this is nice. This is mad.
Get that on the grill. See what he's doing, Stan? He brined that for an hour in the fridge, so now you can sear the shit out. Oh, look at the char we're getting. That is what we're going for. Oh, isn't that hot, guys? Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
start fresh.
Did you want to just get in there? Okay, I'd like a B,
Knife deployed.
and a G.
One suppressed.
Enemy spotted C.
Category is people who annoy you.
Can't use that.
Audience, keep quiet.
Right here. Enemy C. Reloading.
Flash.
Spike carrier down.
Spike down. C.
Taken down.
Solve the puzzle.
Last player standing. Match point.
Pay attention. Might learn something.
Oh, shit.
I'm online again. Yes. Japanese girls puke. Careful now.
One less.
Going up. Watch your eyes.
Last player standing. Spike down. B.
Hot shot. Now we're cooking.
One enemy remaining.
With the drone?
Brazilian fart porn in there. Oh, that's got it. What is that? Sounds like someone's being attacked by a tiger. We gotta get in there.
Molly!
Oh my god, that's where this.
Smoke's down.
Defenders win.
Oh, it always makes South Park go.
Randy!
Oh, there was a ghost. There's ectoplasm. Did you see the ghost? It ran through here and slimed me. You son of a bitch.
Fortnite is getting hate. From one of the most controversial collabs of all time to banning something fans love, here are 23
A few months ago, I want often you up.
No matter how many
As a computer science student, technology is essential for my daily projects. I'm Anissa.
No matter how many mysteries you discover, how many monsters you conquer, or how many tourists you sell knickknacks to, there's always going to be something bigger, badder, and weirder out there. And if you're visiting Gravity Falls, there's a high likelihood that it's Bill Cipher. But what do we actually know about this triangular multi-dimensional being? Where does he come from? Well, we're aiming to answer that question today by putting his whole existence on an easy-to-understand timeline. Welcome back to Channel Frederator. Today we're going over the complete Bill Cipher timeline. Grab your favorite hat and maybe a twin if you've got one. It's gonna be a wild ride. Trillions of years ago, way back before the events of Gravity Falls, Bill Cipher came into existence in the second dimension. He did not like it very much. In fact, he called it a dimension of flat minds and a flat world with flat dreams. Funny, considering how 2D he is. The flatness of it all eventually got to him, and he decided to liberate the dimension. His definition of liberate is not exactly where most people would go, meaning that he plunged everything into horrifying, flame-filled chaos. Classic Bill. This also got old eventually, so Bill discovered a place between dimensions, the Nightmare Realm. And yes, it is just as nightmarish as the name suggests. Lawless, volatile, and essentially nonsensical. There aren't any real physics or rules to abide by here, which, while
Match found,
was fated to collapse into itself. Bill wanted his Nightmare Realm to stick around, so he found a prophecy that would allow him to merge it with the third dimension. In order to do so, though, he had to contact some humans. Human contact was tough, however, as Bill did not have a physical form. His workaround was to enter the dreams of beings in the third dimension. This is when he took on the name Bill Cipher, as his real name would simply cause humans to evaporate with an expression of horror and ecstasy on their face. I'm sure Bill would enjoy that, but it kind of ran perpendicular to his plans. Eventually, Bill started targeting the natives of what would become the town of Gravity Falls. Around 1000 AD, Bill found a shaman by the name of MODOK the Wise and convinced him to build an interdimensional gateway between the third dimension and the Nightmare Realm. However, this portal was made of nothing but twigs.
Relax.
Too sturdy.
I've already
Soon,
sorted
MODOK
everything.
figured out what Bill was up to and saw the looming apocalypse. His response? MODOK lit himself on fire. This only slowed down Bill for a little bit, though. The rest of the natives came up with a plan to defeat Bill using a 10-symbol zodiac. In order to pass this information on, they made all sorts of cave paintings about their dealings with Bill. These paintings detailed how to summon the interdimensional being, but also came with a warning to never read the incantation meant to summon Bill. The natives then deemed the land cursed and got the heck out of Dodge. The area did not stay devoid of human presence forever, though. Soon, Quentin Tremblay and assorted other pioneers discovered the natural bounty of the place, and Gravity Falls was born. Late 20th century, Stanford Ford Hines came to town and investigated all of these strange things going on in Gravity Falls. Over the course of 6 years, he developed a wide array of technology to complete further research. He hit a snag and couldn't quite figure out why Gravity Falls was the way it was. This roadblock was averted when he discovered the paintings about Bill in the cave. Ignoring the warnings left behind, Ford set the incantation and summoned Bill into his mind. Bill, ever the trickster, convinced Ford that he was a muse that would choose a genius to inspire once a century. With their partnership established, Bill revealed to Ford that Gravity Falls was especially strange thanks to a dimensional rift. Ford began work on an interdimensional gateway beneath his home and had Fiddleford McGucket help out. Ford became obsessed with Bill and his powers, collecting all sorts of triangular memorabilia and goods, filling his place of work with them, and even modeling his home after Bill. This obsession led to Ford allowing Bill to enter his mind. Fiddleford was understandably worried about Ford and the portal they were creating. 1982. On January 18th, 1982, the first portal trial was completed. It did not go as planned, with the test dummy accidentally pulling Fiddleford in along with it, sending him through the portal head first. Here he witnessed Bill removing his exoskeleton in order to feed. When he made his way back, he kept mumbling nonsense, including a prophecy about the beast with one eye. He soon after quit the portal team. Fiddleford's worries and subsequent abandonment of the project made Ford wonder about Bill. When he confronted the triangular being, he learned that Bill had tricked him, and that the portal was supposed to bridge the gap between the Nightmare Realm and the third dimension, bringing chaos and destruction to the universe. Ford immediately stopped the project and tried to destroy the portal, falling through himself. For 30 years, Ford remained inside the portal. Bill did not see or interact with him during this time. With Ford gone, Bill no longer had access to the third dimension. 2012. For a while, Bill Cipher could only be seen through hidden triangles and images
If this
of
town
himself
had let me
scattered
install
throughout
my
Gravity
defense
Falls.
matrix, we wouldn't
Eventually,
have to
Bill is
be
summoned
here.
by Hidden Belief,
Ugh.
looking to take
Oh
over
well,
Mystery Shack.
I'll clean this
He
up
asked
myself.
Bill to steal Stanford's safe combination that, Gideon is asking him to enter Ford's brother, Stanley's head. Bill agrees to this, but only if Gideon helps him with his own plans. They shake on the deal, witnessed by Mabel and Zeus. Together, Mabel and Zeus follow Bill into Stan's home. Bill tricks them through into helping him with the combination, summoning Siler and Kraz from Mabel's imagination and impersonating Zeus. He ends up with the combo, but before he can get it to Gideon, Mabel shoots the memory door into another memory of the bottomless pit. When Gideon breaks off the deal, Bill brings Mabel and Zeus' nightmares to life and also kills Siler and Kraz. Dipper reminds Mabel and Zeus they can do anything they want inside of Stan's mindscape, resulting in Bill almost being defeated. He lets the trio go, saying that they should beware a mysterious dark.
Dizzy has targets.
Then a representation of the Zodiac, he reminds them that he'll be watching.
Placing sentry.
Reloading. Dipper. At first, Dipper refuses, but when he almost wipes the hard drive after many attempts, he asks.
Enemy spotted. Hey, can't use that yet.
Takes over Dipper's body as and breaks the laptop. He then heads to Maple's puppet show to acquire Dipper's journal. There, he almost but the two get into a fight. Mabel wins, and Bill is removed from Dipper. In a last-ditch effort, Bill hops on one of Mabel's actual puppets, but
Placing swarm grenade. One enemy remaining.
he eventually makes it back into Ford's dreams and tells Ford that he's been getting ready for the main day, taunting him that he won't be able to keep the rift safe. He sets fire to the mindscape and escapes from the portal. Then in the Nightmare Realm, Bill watches as Ford and back with moonstones, Mercury,
Swarm grenade out.
Reloading. Some vermin are born to die. Like rats in the lab.
And you can still save versus the other guy. Okay. Okay, stop. Just say it like this. At T-Mobile, you can save on every plan, and you get great benefits with Magenta Status. Magenta Status. Yeah. Okay, I'll just do it. Check out the T-Mobile Savings Calculator to see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off.
Let's do what we do.
inspires Bill to look for a new person to possess, resulting in him possessing Blendin Blandin. He gets Mabel to hand over the rift, playing on her desire to make time stop. He gets possession of the rift and smashes the protector.
Dizzy's up! Someone's there.
Time out!
Get it. Bill traps Mabel in the himself as the new ruler of Gravity Falls, along with his friends. He disfigures the rest of Northwest and starts
Ranger Kid is dead.
Your fault. Ford fires at Bill with a quantum destabilizer, but only hits his optics. Retaliation.
Reloading.
Ford into a golden
Reloading.
all but 2 pages in the process. He sinks.
Nice.
Placing swarm grenade.
Reloading. Pyramids are interrupted by
Swarm grenade out. One enemy remaining. Let me just swipe those biometrics. Recalling my bot.
Let's reset. Deep breaths and all that.
Ford and asks why he can't escape. Ford won't tell him even when promised unlimited power. Bill decides that if he can find the answer in Ford's mind, Ford will not let Bill in. Torture ensues. Torture is interrupted by the arrival of the Shacktron, a big old mech made by McGucket and the townsfolk. Bill's husband not used to fight, but they're all defeated. So Bill joins the melee, turning Ford back into
Time for a
statue and
field
trying to crush
test.
the mech. The Bill-proof barrier is too strong, and he actually has his eye torn out. While all of this happens, Dipper, Mabel, Stan, Zeus, McGucket, Wendy,
Auf Wiedersehen.
shoot into the pyramid. As Bill regenerates his eye, the human squad unfreezes all the people trapped in the human throne. The strategy required to defeat Bill. His popular horde
Placing swarm grenade.
point to the Shacktron, its leg.
Placing sentry.
As far as he can, golf style. Stan and Ford get into a petty argument, delaying the Zodiac by as long as they can return. Seeing what they're up to, Bill burns away the Zodiac, traps Stan and Ford, and turns everyone else except for the twins into screaming tapestries. He traps the twins inside of the and tells them that
Spike carrier is dead.
lets Bill into
Spike
his
down,
mind.
B.
Grabs Bill long enough to escape with Dipper.
Last player standing.
Yellow form and captures everyone on the end.
Placing swarm grenade. Out of swarm grenade out.
Ford finally relents and lets Bill into his mind. However, it turns out
Oh!
one will remember them.
Escape Stan's mind, Ford erased all of Stan's memories. Bill realizes what's happening and tells Stan that he's making a mistake, and then begins transforming into a strange form while speaking backwards. AXOLOTL. My time has come to burn. I invoke the ancient power that I may return. Stan punches Bill and Bill shatters. Weirdly, at the end, the only thing remaining of Bill
Let's
is
fly.
his petrified physical form. And surprise, surprise, Bill managed to make the jump into
I have the spike.
live action, post Weirdmageddon. Now, whether Bill is still around in any capacity is up to interpretation, as there are some hints in questionably canon materials, like Dipper and Mabel and the Curse of the Time Pirate's Treasure Select Your Own Choose Venture, Allergy's Cypher Hunt, and some cryptograms in the
Turret out.
Falls Lock.
Turrets destroyed.
Perhaps he invoked the axolotl that Dipper and Mabel met in Choose Your Own Adventure, or maybe the folks who found Bill and
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Swarm grenade out.
Planted.
Opponent killed.
And perhaps
Last player standing.
I shot the eye, didn't damage. Not my fault.
What did you think of the video? What's your favorite Bill moment? Best Bill moment? Subscribe to channel Frederator for more like this. Thanks for watching.
Let
and
them
remember,
try to get through
Frederator
me.
loves you.
We're not so equal.
Brains will break and minds will bend as we answer one last query with a final crazy theory.
Enemy spotted B.
Here.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film.
Up and away.
Someone's there.
Here's the final Wild World. Gravity Falls is a Disney series all about the twins Dipper. Set to spend stand at the count of Gravity Falls. However,
Enemy B.
Train out. We tend to get your fun. My turn. My territory. I have them now.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Wall raised.
No, I mean, there are many kids' cartoons out there that have every episode started.
30 seconds left.
Light planted.
He's also just a really awesome guy. He actually came out to our final party live here a few years ago. I mean, fictional characters exist in liminal space. By the way, Alex, if
Race it to the spike sites.
at some point, just know that I really appreciate it. I was watching the show that day, so I didn't get a chance to actually thank you in person after the segment. I appreciate it. And honestly, one of my biggest regrets is past decade content creation. Thank you for being so generous with your time and for all you were willing to do that. Oh, also, my friend Ryder was there. He has a channel for you. He covers your work a lot. He's another huge fan that didn't get to say hi because he was busy helping me behind the scenes with all the music stuff. So, Ryder, this is your chance. Say hi to Alex.
Hello, Alex Hirsch. Goodbye.
He's also the voice of our Bill Cipher and Kaloo, by the way. Anyway, enough making amends for the sins of the past. Back to Gravity Falls.
Headshot.
Why am I talking about it now, 8 years after the show ended? Well, aside of it being just important to the history of the channel, Fear Rising in general, and just being a personal favorite of mine, the real reason, if I'm being honest, is that it's Hollywood. My favorite show.
Here.
He adores it. It's awesome because it means
My ult's here.
each night he gets a half hour of TV.
Blocking sight.
Dizzy's up top.
Placing
Somebody's there.
swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Fire in the hole.
All you, Mud.
Swarm grenade out.
Last
player standing. Spike down B.
I'm amped. Let's go. I got things to do.
In case you don't know, within the story of Gravity Falls, Journal 3 is a collection of all the weird, paranormal, supernatural things that are living in and around the town of Gravity Falls. It is a massive part of the show's main plot. However, as we learned midway through the show, a great deal of the content inside the journal is written in useful ink that can only be read via black. Now, after Gravity Falls ended, Disney released a real-world version of
No mercy for the creature killer.
information about the show and its lore. But fans were disappointed that none of the Blacklight details were actually included in that final release. A year later, Disney released another version of it with Enemy spotted A. Only 10,000 copies of this book were ever made. So this was a super exclusive piece of merchandise that only the most passionate fans were able to get this.
Initiated. Turret out.
Dizzy has target.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
See, my friends, the Blacklight edition of Journal 3
Everyone makes fun of German efficiency. Ha ha. Just keep laughing as you use all my gear.
Just like what we saw happen with characters like Dipper, Ford, and Stan in the series. And not only is he possessed, Alex is aware of that possession. He's actively fighting against Bill's
Right there.
Theorists, shake my hand. It's time to make a deal. So let's just get on the same page about what's actually in the Blacklight edition of Journal 3.
Tactics beat firepower. Use that.
For instance, we learn a lot more about known society. A code that reveals Nebulok's true deep thoughts. There are secret messages hidden in telepods. There's a whole page where Gravity Falls versus Tarot cards. Enemy spotted B. I mean, I could go on and on about this. There are literally hundreds of
Placing sentry.
But for a bit of a
Mosh pit.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Placing swarm grenade. Blocking enemy spotted. Swarm grenade out. Multiple enemies B.
Somebody's there. I got the spike.
One enemy remaining.
Spike planted. Rash is ready. Couldn't just be
Don't stress if I die. It was great knowing you all. Also, delete my hard drive.
In the hopes that NASA would help Bill build a portal, implying that humans have never actually been to the moon in the Gravity Falls universe. Pretty crazy, right? But one of the biggest additions from the Blacklight story, the thing that started me down this rabbit hole in the first place, is that the book is See, though the majority of the secret invisible notes in the book are written by Thor, there are a handful of contributions
Ándale.
from other characters. Zeus, Mabel, Dipper, but most disturbingly of all, there's also notes written by old Isosceles himself, Bill Cipher. And they're all over these blank pages. On them, we get a sort of pitch to the reader to help Bill out, telling him to say the words Bill Cipher 3 times so that you can enter your mind. Basically, it's their
Reloading.
He says, quote, Sixer's about to wake up, which means that Bill is able to puppeteer Ford's body while he's asleep.
Our spike carrier is dead.
Spike down B.
Now, obviously, that would be a weird logical thing for me to make. Like, why would I assume that he was possessing the creator of the series? Well, wouldn't the whole book be
Turret out.
So he explains what exactly he is, that there are only 10 copies.
I have this brain.
Show accurate version.
Your duty is not over. Reloading. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Placing swarm grenade.
Spike down B.
I know exactly where you are.
Last player standing.
And while you could assume that this is just him telling us that he's writing notes, notice
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
And the more I looked into it, the more I could tell that all of this was intentional. The finale the show is broken up into a huge parts. And here you get it, where Bill takes over the town. For all of these episodes, the show's usual intro sequence is replaced with a new one starring Bill and all his monster friends. And you know it, but in all of these intros, the title card that's supposed to read created by Alex Hirsch is actually replaced with created by Bill Cipher. You can also take a look at another Gravity Falls novel, the upcoming Book of Bill. Now, I am really excited about this release. Actually, I'm pretty sad that it wasn't coming out in time.
Placing swarm out of charges. Swarm grenade out.
Regardless, what's the deal with this book? Well, officially, Alex Hirsch
Turret out.
that makes sense.
Watch this.
The book is that it's a written voice, and from the point of view...
Don't get in my way!
Dizzy's up top!
My territory! Mine! I have them now!
Last player standing.
This book, we repeat, not deposit. But perhaps the biggest clue of all of this is the fact that we've actually seen Alex all the way back in 2015. While Gravity Falls was still on the air, Hirsch was scheduled to do a Reddit.
If you must fall,
And yet, when he
then
was
fall
asked
near
about it
me.
on Twitter, Hirsch denied that he was doing anything. He made it very clear that he was meant to be asleep at the scheduled time. So when the time for the AMA rolled around, and AMA didn't happen, but it was with Bill Cipher. After the AMA, Bill outright confirms that he's taking control of Hirsch to do the AMA in the first place, using Hirsch's body to quickly clack away at the keyboard while Hirsch slept, just like he did with Ford writing notes in the Blackblade Journal.
Wes,
Quote from the
keep
end
your guard
of
up.
AMA, well, looks like the King's Rem cycle is about to end, so I should make like a pine tree and burn to the ground. And if you think that Bill wouldn't want to materialize in our world, tell me. Bill's entire shtick is that he's tired of being two-dimensional. He says as much in Weird Mageddon Part 3.
You think those chains are tight? Imagine living in the second dimension.
Placing sentry.
Enemy B.
My ult's here.
Plant the spike, Wings.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
Spike landed. Thanks, Wings.
Fire in the hole!
Conspiracy, I want to take a minute to thank the sponsor of today's video, Rocket Money.
You had your fun. My turn.
Last player standing.
Dizzy's up. Someone's there.
The other was through Amazon Prime. You know how I found out about these double charges? It's a personal finance app that can scan through all your purchases and then let you know exactly what you're paying for each month.
Last round in the half.
We cannot keep our goods after this. Spend all.
Importantly, decide if you want to stop. Best of all, you can safely and securely cancel any unwanted subscriptions and money after sell.
Can I ever win
Gun
game?
here. Service calls feeling like you're trying to get out of a deal with Bill Cipher. Just a couple of taps and bam! Just from cutting that extra max subscription, Rocket Money helped me save hundreds of dollars this year.
I want to see you crawl.
Right there! The average customer actually saving $740.
The hunt begins!
If you want to get started with Rocket Money for free, go check it out by heading to rocketmoney.com/filmtheorists. That's rocketmoney.com/FILMTHEORISTS. Or, just save yourself the hassle and click the link in the top line of the description because it's so much easier. One last thing, Rocket Money can sponsor today's episode.
Placing swarm grenade.
Man.
Placing swarm grenade. Blocking sight.
Up and away.
One enemy remaining. Switching sides.
We're nothing but flies.
It's the Royal Book Man, and I have a riddle for you.
sentry. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
By the end of it, hunters were led to that real-life statue of Bill Cipher hidden in the woods, with messages from one of the stand encouraging them to shake Bill's hand. Shaking hands, of course, is Bill's primary way of making friends and entering the minds of his marks. But here's the cool. Buried beside the Bill Cipher statue was a box containing several prizes, so to speak. Some were just fun, plastic coins and gems, a signed sketch, and a sketch that read mail.
Enemy A!
Turret down!
Green, light. Doesn't that sound familiar? Yeah, though this wasn't one of these. This sketch by Persian Solo, Stan, Zeus, and Old Man Madonna.
Yeah, it's like that.
Last player standing.
Another sketch of Bill.
Oh! Once more into battle.
Very similar.
I'm not tired. Are you?
Blacklight version of Bill that started us down this rabbit hole.
But here's why all of this matters. Let's go back and watch it here again and again. When Stan shakes Bill's hand, Bill turns into a statue as his astral form exits Bill's Cipher body to enter Stan's body. And that statue is in the exact same
Placing swarm grenade.
show after he shakes his hand. Now, the clear implication here is that this is supposed to be the same statue from the very end of the show. But what if it's another statue? One made after Bill escaped. One made
Placing
after
swarm
he
grenade.
made another deal to go into someone else's head.
Swarm grenade out.
First of all, we know that Bill probably escaped at the end of the year again. So the gang
Right there.
does defeat Bill. Maybe this audio is backwards. If you reverse it, it says this.
Enemy B!
Oh!
Somebody's there.
Powerful Axel out will be able to come back.
Enemy B! Party's on! Enemy down!
Likely popped around other universes now, since he's visible to other franchises like Rick and Morty, Big Sick, Powerhouse, DuckTales.
Reloading!
Spike down B.
Gun here.
Canon,
Spike's B!
as confirmed by Alex Hirsch himself via our live stream. Is Bill Cipher now officially connected to the Simpsons canon because the appearance was briefly, yes? Yeah, So what's the argument at this point? And if there's a Bill Cipher statue here now in our world, then that would mean that someone else must have shaken Bill's hand to have him end up. Someone who isn't a fictional character in our universe. Someone real. Someone Alex Hirsch.
Spike planted.
For a fun meta storyline from Buffy fans, Bill Cipher was always a character who could pop between universes, so it's fun to imagine that our universe might be one that he jumped into. So why should we care about this? So what if Bill is taking control of hero Alex Hirsch's head? Oh, you should really be careful the next time you shake Alex's hand at a meet and greet. But more importantly, it shows that
Toxins going up.
Barrier created. Enemy spotted. A.
the reason we haven't all been doomed by a new pyramid shaker
One enemy
You fought
remaining.
well.
Toxin screen down.
Last player standing.
Gotta hit him once, man.
Nobody's a hero when they're crying.
This entire show, Bill Cipher Zodiac. Watching the series, this thing was everywhere. It is teased in literally every episode. By the end of the series, they've set this thing up as a prophecy explaining the one true way to banish Bill Cipher once and for all. It is by fulfilling the symbols all around the Zodiac. Each symbol
Placing swarm grenade.
and they have to team up to defeat
Placing
Bill
swarm
once and
grenade.
for all during the game. And in the end, this Zodiac
Turn out.
and the team, the Zodiac doesn't actually work because Ford and Stan refuse to hold hands.
Stanley, get over here. You're the only one left. Between me and him, I'm not always the bad twin. Between him and me. Grammar, Stanley. Oh, grammar, Stanley, you!
So basically, Alex Hirsch creates this huge thing. It's like this massive Chekhov's gun, and it never gets used. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the way that the show ends, but it always felt like
My territory, my rules.
Enemy spotted B!
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Is this the best? Is everyone's tech still working? Double check it, please.
a show about a kid who gets superpowers when cosmic stones of power crash landing near his house. Hirsch worked as a writer on big stories for that series. The question mark? Well, that could point to a few of Hirsch's projects, but one that it most perfectly slots in with is the conspiracy comedy show Inside Job.
Placing swarm grenade.
Look for and act in. Then, of course, you have the pen.
Placing swarm grenade.
Story all about.
Don't overthink it. That's my job. Placing sentry.
We also voice King, the self-proclaiming Edea. Speaking of his work as a creative consultant, the glasses, they look a lot like the signature eyewear worn by the Mitchell family in Netflix's Mitchells vs. the Machines, a film where Hirsch was a story consultant and voiced the character of Dirk. What about Hitler's iconic? Enemy B. This lines up with the wood aesthetic is even almost every episode with the title card. Hirsch was given a special thanks for the episode. Also, the roles in the episode Wax, which go figure happens to be an episode named Homage. And what about the heart symbol with the crack in the kitchen? Well, this might
Spike planted.
Enemy down.
Last player standing.
They look like us, but are they us? I have so many questions.
But then again, remember what they said in the show? The symbols need to all be livable. So with that in mind, by expanding our horizons a bit, we can find out more of these final symbols. For instance, the oyster symbol. Prior to working on Gravity Falls, Hirsch was
Placing swarm grenade.
Disney series called Fish Hawks, a show set inside of a giant fish tank where presumably
Placing sentry.
as far as the ice cubes really wanted to stretch things here, the ice cubes could represent the Super Mario Brothers movie, on which Hirsch is given a special thanks. There were rumors that Hirsch was originally attached
Mosh
to the
pit!
part due to creative differences. Regardless, the Mario movie, of course, opens.
Get him, wingman! The wingman's down.
Turret destroyed.
And finally, there's the lava. That one is weird and obvious.
I know exactly where you are.
Alex Hirsch Zodiac.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
And Bill Cipher will be bad enough once and for all. Now, just between you and me,
Last player standing.
but I can't honestly say that Alex Hirsch is absolutely the sort of person who would see this idea into his work, no matter how absurd or esoteric it might be. Gravity Falls first premiered in 2011, but before that I started making theorist content here on YouTube in 2011. And I can tell you, at the time, theorizing just wasn't really a genre. Some fans out there that were really passionate about niche interests that they love, but as a wide-reaching pop culture story, it wasn't the same. Shows weren't built with theorizing in mind. Break the website, break 15-minute analytical deep dive about its implications. But shows like that was
That's true. Good advice.
that let the viewers decode on their own. As someone who's thrived off of all of that, both in my professional and my personal life, I can't tell you how much respect and how much it means. So Alex, thank you. Not only for coming onto a live stream a few years ago, but for helping to inspire.
Turret out.
Hey, if you ever need any help defeating Bill, hell,
Placing swarm grenade.
but hey, that's just a theory. A film theory.
Turret destroyed.
The will begin.
You had your fun. My turn.
Why this show should really be where Bill Cipher might be popped up next.
Stand down.
My ultimate.
Or if you want something that's a bit more wild and out there, check out our video explaining how Gravity Falls is not only a movie versus our world, but and now I say for one final time.
Spike planted.
There.
Last player standing.
Shot my wingman. Golden.
Online presence and run your business. Well, it's all been building to this. The
Match point.
DreamWorks
Prepare
ranking
yourselves.
video from the internet's
We fight
number
once
one
again.
DreamWorks apologist. Sure, it's a studio founded solely out of revenge by a gigantic asshole, and sure, many of their films can be pretty rough around the edges, but damn it, this studio is filled with talented people who pour their heart and soul into some iconic animated classics that don't get nearly enough respect because of where they come from. In spite of their missteps, DreamWorks is nothing short of an amazing studio. Much like how Adam Sandler is an amazing actor. They both just
It's all you, little homie! Enemy spotted A.
But whatever. Time to finally rank what they've done. DreamWorks said it, not Adam Sandler. All 38 of their current theatrical releases. That's right, Joseph King of Dreams doesn't count. I'm not watching it. You can't make me. Also, no, I'm not watching The Croods 2 because in theaters only is not a valid release option at the moment, and I'm not delaying the video to wait until it comes out. Crash is going again! We've got a lot of ground.
Reloading.
Let's jump right.
Crash got him!
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Turn out. Placing swarm grenade.
Dizzy's up!
Placing swarm grenade.
It is agonizingly bad. I can't remember the last time a movie gave me nothing to enjoy quite like this one. It's basically the DreamWorks equivalent of The Good Dinosaur, but at least The Good Dinosaur has good landscapes and like 2 good scenes.
Last player standing.
Worthless. Every single character, relationship, and plot point in this movie feels hollow and
30
artificial.
seconds left.
Nothing is genuine. Nothing is earned. The plot is just Ratatouille again, but done with oh, watch this animal succeed at something he really wants to do, but everyone tells
We
him
get a pick. We move in.
Isn't that
Got it?
inspiring? No, because that's all this movie is. It doesn't have any great themes or additional layers of brilliance on top of its basic premise. It is literally just a snail who goes fast and gets a chance to race. That's it. It's not dramatic, it's not enticing, it's not funny.
There.
Good God, is it not funny? I didn't laugh, chuckle, smile, or even think, wow, that was a good
Keep
attempt
up.
at a joke once. There is nothing here. The plot is hysterically predictable at every turn. There are no surprises whatsoever, which is ironic since this movie has a mother-f***ing twist villain. Well, maybe it's a good twist villain. No, it's honestly the worst twist villain I've ever seen in a feature film. Forget Mr.
Fire in the
Ratchet's
hole!
mistake or assistant. This movie's twist villain is on the same level as the Paul Blart Mall Cop twist villain. Oh,
Your duty is not over.
Heilige
Sporzak, this is crazy.
Bad guy who never once acts like a bad guy.
Initiated. Placing sentry. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
Snail, you suck. And now that the racer has
Swarm grenade out.
snail,
Area's clear.
suddenly acts like a huge jerk in front of the entire viewing world. Something he never did
Bot coming back.
in previous races. What the fuck? That's not how you write a twist villain. That's not how you write a f***ing movie.
Spike
The big
planted.
race at the end is embarrassing. All the cars have crashed, and this snail is super close to the finish line. But
Enemy
oh
spotted.
no,
A.
He just gives up.
I know exactly where.
Last player standing.
Are you kidding me?
Attackers win.
It's a good thing this baby movie is chock full of awful racial stereotypes as if it's actively trying to be the next Shark Tale. Well, newsflash, it will never be as memorable as Shark Tale. It's an absolute travesty that doesn't deserve to be talked about in the same breath as Shark Tale, let alone films like Megamind, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon, and The Prince of Egypt. I went into this marathon knowing that DreamWorks had its fair share of sucky films, and even I was insulted and appalled by the level of sheer worthlessness present in Turbo. DreamWorks, do better. Whew. I hope the next movie on the list doesn't get me as angry.
This movie blows.
Are you kidding me, DreamWorks? Are you out of your mind? Look, I consider just leaving this movie off the list entirely, pretending it doesn't exist, as I've done for the past year or so. But no, this movie doesn't get the luxury of getting off scot-free. It's awful. It is insultingly terrible, given how excellent its predecessors are. It can't commit to a consistent f***ing tone to save its life. Oh, you want me to feel sad that King Harold is dead? Well, I'm so glad you front-loaded his death scene with a pile of lame jokes and then played a random Bond song during his funeral. I'm so glad most of your jokes, some of which work on paper, suffer from god-awful comedic timing that completely butchers them. I'm so happy you gave us a dipshit villain we already got in the last movie, leading a bunch of bigger dipshits who change allegiances and motivations every time anyone gives a mediocre 2-minute inspirational speech. But I guess it's okay when 90% of the heroes are just window dressing who don't add anything to the story whatsoever. Every single new character this movie introduces is irritating in their own special way. Every single scene feels like a waste of time. This entire movie feels like a waste of time. It is worthless. There is so little value here, and I am so happy that now that this video's done, I have no reason to ever revisit it for the rest of my life. Oh, what's that? You have a single well-written scene? One good scene within this pile of shit? Well, congrats! I guess I'll have to give this movie a 2 out of 10 instead of a 1 out of 10. What a fucking tremendous accomplishment. So thank you, DreamWorks. Thank you for shitting on one of the best sequels ever made by following it up with this embarrassment. Thank you for turning an emotional series with actual intelligent writing for adults into a fucking toddler's paradise. Thank you for making people think that the Shrek series as a whole was always garbage, and we were just remembering things wrong. No, we weren't. The problem was always this fucking travesty of a film. Okay, the next one won't make me as angry, I promise. In my best animated feature ranking video, I described Spirited Away as an ethereal, immersive, unforgettable experience that leaves you a changed person by the end. All of that applies to
Match
Lost
found.
as well, but in the opposite way. This movie is the anti-Spirited Away. The first 10 minutes was the most anxiety-inducing, horrifying experience I've ever had watching a movie. I actually screamed at multiple intervals. This movie legitimately made me question my sanity over and over, and I saw Cats on opening night in theaters. I didn't think anything could break me, but this movie did. I had trouble processing not only what was real and what was imagination in the movie, but also whether or not the movie itself was a twisted, feverish figment of my imagination.
Are you the baby Jesus?
Yes, I'm the baby Jesus.
Eventually, things calmed down, and I was able to just watch the simultaneously nonsensical and conventional
Enough training.
story unfold.
It's
The
time.
funniest parts of the entire movie were the attempts at emotional moments, like when the boss baby and the boy have a falling out and the boss baby storms away. I just burst out laughing because what the f did the movie expect me to do? Get emotional over the character of Boss Baby? It's Boss Baby. Then there's the ending, where Hans Zimmer goes so inexplicably hard on the score that it's hysterical. Bro, this is Boss Baby you're scoring. Why are you trying so hard? You're just making the scene more ridiculous. I don't know, man. Boss Baby is insane. It's horrifying and cutesy, boring and captivating, unfunny and hilarious. A true enigma of an experience. It's everything I could have hoped for going into it and more. Q Turbo, this is the new Shark Tale, and I couldn't be happier. Only difference is I'm never watching this again because the Boss Baby is my sleep paralysis demon. World Tour! Troll World Tour is a movie with trolls. They make music and they do troll stuff.
5 on 5. I prefer 1-on-1. But don't worry, this is good too.
It tackles revisionist history and racism and stuff. No, it doesn't. It briefly pays lip service to these topics before bombarding you with Gangnam Style. It is about as deep as a glitter-filled puddle. I don't understand this movie. Like, why doesn't the sexy Sam Rockwell troll capture Poppy immediately? How did Poppy's gumdrop earplugs block out the power of a magic guitar? It's a magic guitar. It should work on you even if you don't hear the music. It's a magic guitar. Why doesn't Poppy just call their friends the Gorgons from the last one? Have them step on the rock troll. Mission accomplished. Why, out of all the friends that could have come with Poppy and Timber on this journey, why did it have to be the James Corden troll? I hate James Corden. Either like K-pop trolls? Is
Here.
What?
One enemy remaining. Reloading.
There's 6 thingies.
Here.
You will barely work the effort. Barrier deployed. Remember what worked and test them again.
Hunters trap people using music, like in Shrek Forever After. It's not plagiarism if you steal from yourself, kids. Guess the rock roll was okay. The music was okay sometimes. I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. I don't need to talk about this movie. This is a ranking of the theatrical DreamWorks releases. And Trolls World Tour isn't a theatrical release, is it? Aha! Nobody's smart.
Shot my wingman.
Shark Tale is such an atrocious movie, I don't understand how people like it. With that said, I love this movie. I am obsessed with it. It is such an abject failure of a motion picture in every conceivable way that it is truly captivating. Literally the only thing about this movie that works
Spike down A.
Oh, that's hot.
Spike's A.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Right there.
Reload.
Or maybe they're ironically funny, I can't tell.
Spike's here.
The animation is laughably unfinished. Every single character other than Puff Daddy and the octopus is either annoying or unlikable. Oscar is literally a villain that the movie repeats. Lenny needs to come out and say, "No, Dad, I am not comfortable with eating a sentient living being alive."
I'm ready.
The movie prides itself on its edgy jokes and attempts to be a mafia movie geared for adults. Then it magically resolves its conflict like it's an episode of Barney the Pushy Dinosaur. Or Steven Universe. What? Who said that? Literally every single thing people made about DreamWorks is in this movie. It is the perfect storm of awfulness that only comes once in a blue moon. It's probably the true worst DreamWorks movie, but I can't realistically
This
make it
is
last
business.
because it is a joy to
Bye.
watch
See you later.
and think about and meme and be absolutely I'm never bored watching Shark Tale. I am always fully alert and
Focusing.
and my obsession with it has only grown with time. And that's because it is a cinematic disaster. Oh, and don't even get me started on the
Last player standing.
What's with these kids and their revolver aim? I don't get it.
Blocking movement.
is a really good movie intended for babies. The animation is stellar. It makes the whole thing look like a really neat art project. And honestly, I kind of liked it for about 30 minutes before it
Spike planted.
Let's sing 27 terrible pop song covers as we try to help this lady goblin hook up with McLovin Goblin. That's fun. Look, once again, this is a great baby movie, but it has such a boring story and it's such a bad musical that my And why do you need to auto-tune Justin Timberlake? He's Justin Timberlake. Just let him sing normally.
There's no need for the enemy to suffer. Kill them fast.
Little to say about. Moving on.
Why won't you think? Just see and kill my grandma, okay?
Holy shit, that hamburger at the beginning looks real. Anyway, Monsters vs. Aliens is not very good. It's not quite as bad as I remember it being as a kid. I mean, this movie made me laugh at least 6 or 7 times, so that's
Bring your best.
None of the characters are hateable, though none of them are particularly likable. The action has such astoundingly low energy to it that it bored me to tears. And I feel like the idea of a monster movie parody could have been fleshed out
Over
more
there.
than like, this isn't a parody of monster movies.
Fall back.
It's just a monster movie
Focusing.
that isn't particularly
Making cover.
In sight.
do what Megamind did. Tell a really
Enemy spotted.
Shoot me right through.
I know exactly where you are.
Clean kill.
It's a shark mafia.
They used to be good at doing that stuff.
Even if they don't do anything with it. Bottom line is, you could do a lot worse than Monsters vs. Aliens, but you could do a lot better. And I will never forgive this movie for existing and being so visually close to Megamind, thus subconsciously tainting the latter film's reputation by making it look like a lame knockoff. Thanks for that, dick.
Spike planted.
I was not looking forward to this. Even though I also never saw Rise of the Guardians as a kid, The Croods was the first DreamWorks movie that I specifically said, yeah, I'm too old.
One enemy remaining.
For checking it out in theaters or on DVD. Turns out I really didn't miss much. It's not as bad as I was expecting. I mean, I kind of.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Characters thin pretty quickly, and
closed. Their hearts tell a different story.
It was disappointing because I thought that meant they were dead and the movie could officially end. But sadly, no. Look, it's a perfectly serviceable kids movie and it has a couple good laughs, like when the sloth pulls out a knife and gets ready to shank a bitch. But it really can't make up for a dull experience. I'll end on a positive note though. The animation is real pretty. They did an amazing job.
Their
with
gecko is
vibrant,
mine.
creative environments and creature designs. So good work. Anyway, can't wait to watch The Croods 2 when it comes to not theaters. So excited to see how the epic story of
Cutting their
Frog
vision.
continues. Are you excited? I'm excited. Kill me. We are the Sinbad.
One dead.
We're like Sinbad.
Still inside.
Destabilizing.
One enemy remaining.
Show me a target.
This is a gorgeous looking movie, for the most part. You can tell they were a little too ambitious.
Reloading.
Stopping fire. A target like that keeps you sharp.
We are too damn good at this. Yeah.
Can someone get this?
I feel like this would make for a pretty decent video game story, but simply watching it unfold is a little tedious. I mean, if I wanted to watch a movie about a quest across the ocean and retrieve an important item to save someone from being executed, I'd just watch the SpongeBob movie. The characters were okay, but Sinbad himself really got my nerves throughout most of it. Eris is animated really well, but she couldn't be more basic from a character standpoint if she tried. Looks like I don't need to amend my DreamWorks.
Breaking them. Destabilizing.
Terminator, you're safe from elimination. But compared to the DreamWorks movies that came out around the same time,
Message sent. My ultimate is ready.
Spike planted.
I was around the corner.
There are not a pro. All is well.
Forgive me if I overextend. Old habit.
But the movie's not terrible, I swear. The main characters honestly just have a really charming rapport with each other. I like watching them go on this journey. There's a few jokes and loony scenarios that actually really land for me. Like when they have to disguise the Zynga and it's going to be a huge makeover montage. But then it turns out all they need to do is put a beauty mark on him and that completely fools all the other aliens.
I will hold
I
up
like how
the
the plot
sky.
is basically stop Bazinga's party invitation email from reaching an evil group of aliens.
No distraction.
Drop that plot line for something more confusing. But yeah, surprisingly
Contract.
Really? Really? Nobody tries to protect me? Nobody tries to help?
I know exactly where you are.
Spike planted.
Are there other bugs in your life?
Last player standing.
Movie ever. A gigantic middle finger to Pixar's A Bug's Life. But is it good?
You know, I was gonna let you become part of my most erotic fantasies.
Run, little man! I shot my wingman.
But I enjoyed it. I like how the main character accidentally incites a social uprising.
When we go out there, someone dies. Carry that weight.
I like the poop joke, but this movie is just so scattershot that it's really hard to say if it's good overall. Its adult themes and jokes are almost a little jarring, unlike something like Rango where it feels like they naturally fit the story and setting. The princess and villain are kind of flat and annoying, but I like the other characters enough. The timing on a lot of the jokes is weirdly off, and I don't know if that's a symptom of the stilted early animation or what, but yeah, whatever. I don't know, it's fine.
Breaking them.
It's a bit of a lackluster start for this studio, if you ask me. Almost like this wasn't intended to be the first movie, and it got rushed out to a similar
Joke's over! You're dead!
Need some help! Living or anything.
Hold them to their grave.
Target I could not for the life of me remember what I thought. Someone's there.
Enemies are A.
One enemy remaining.
Don't worry. Your life won't go to waste.
And it never once feels like
Even with numbers, anything can still happen. Remember that.
near as good as the Shrek trilogy. Whereas Shrek
Can someone
subverts
get
the
this?
fairy tale genre, Puss in Boots plays it completely straight. It's basically just a Jack and the Beanstalk Humpty Dumpty mashup and it really doesn't do anything particularly special. My favorite part of the movie is this extended flashback scene where we see Puss and Humpty's childhood and what caused them to split apart. But it ends up taking up so much time that the actual quest itself feels really short and underwhelming. I would have loved the DreamWorks take on an Indiana Jones or Uncharted-like story, but the quest is over before it really gets interesting. It's also a shockingly unfunny movie. Like, the first 3 Shrek movies have so many good laughs, but I can't remember any.
Destabilizing.
I like the
Making cover.
Puss and Humpty's relationship.
Right there.
Besides that,
Sit down. Target spotted.
Show me a target. Destabilizing.
Gun here.
Spike down mid.
Puss in Boots is honestly just
1 enemy remaining.
Don't worry. I got the cipher. Instinct only goes so far. Skill covers the rest.
Yeah.
And that's insane. I trashed this movie pretty hard in my Madagascar video, but truth be told, it's not that bad on rewatch. The main characters outside of Alex are still pretty pointless, but I kind of like the side characters and their stories. The action during the climax is pretty exciting and on par with the great car chase in the beginning. The humor isn't quite as Illumination-esque as I remember. I think the real problem was the character design on the humans. It's pretty awful.
Breaking them. Destabilizing.
The jokes on this terrible. They are
Enemy
not
spotted.
that good. This is still the
Enemy spotted me.
It's still a tedious liar of the circus plot is really contrived and lame. Now why did they abandon Alex's family?
Enemy spotted.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
It's still
Fall
not
back.
a very good movie.
Spike down B. 1 enemy remaining. Flawless.
Oh man. No one at base is going to believe us. My ult is ready.
If they mess with one of us, they mess with all of us. Yeah. Thrash is ready.
So it doesn't count. God,
Thrash
the whole
is ready.
Bob Code Right for the Madagascar movie is a fucking insane fact of life. But I guess it's not as insane as Martin Scorsese appearing in Shark Tale,
Thrash
so I
is
don't
ready.
even know what my point was. Let's move on. Madagascar the First came out right after Shrek 2 and Shark Tale.
Time's up. Let's
Gun
go.
here.
The exact mix of Transformers greatness and the last shit. It's got a ton of really funny stuff. And
down.
honestly, in hindsight, it's kind of ridiculous that this
Your
gigantic
duty
franchise
is not
spawned
over.
this movie. Like,
Wait,
I never imagined it, but
Where was I for
because
you?
this movie is really nothing special. I honestly don't have much to say about it that I didn't say in my original bit about the trilogy.
No distractions.
Sometimes extremely funny movie that I'm pretty nostalgic.
Focusing.
Not really that great. Whatever. The only thing I have left to say is that comedy peaks.
Stop the fire.
He's running out of time with a clock stuck in his head. Look at that. Comedy gold.
Accidents can happen.
Dad, we're not going to kill this chicken.
There is so much you can run. The animation is stunning. Honestly, this movie is what made me realize that stop motion.
Spike planted.
This film still looks amazing 20 years later. The characters are also really enjoyable.
You had your fun.
I enjoy their
My
designs
turn.
and jokes and such. The climax is a ton of fun. And is it me or did the Madagascar movie steal a lot?
Kill confirmed.
1 enemy remaining.
Ultimate ready.
I know exactly where you are.
Technically, ours have made this film, but
Pull them to their grave!
just about everything except the story.
Last player standing. Clutch.
Yeah, that's on you guys.
Last round before the switch.
We cannot keep our goods after this. Spend all. Can someone get this?
I'm gonna save.
Thank you.
It ultimately feels really disconnected from the climax.
I'm saving.
Like, am I missing something here? So yeah, Chicken Run
I'm gonna
looks
save.
amazing and has
Thrash is ready. Thrash is ready.
It had everything but an interesting story. It was on the verge of greatness. It was this close. Also, are we just not gonna talk about
Saw
the fact
you,
that
little
this
Daria
movie
created.
Focusing.
For the most part, every single video thus far is actually
The hunt begins.
except for one where I definitely gave a movie too much. Sequel that really
Spike down B.
Breaking them.
And that movie, of course, is still the best Madagascar movie. It actually tried to have emotional beats with the main characters. The funny scenes in this are still insanely fun. But after watching this one so closely,
One enemy remaining.
Got 3.
Enemy spotted me.
Forgive me if I don't pray enough.
Switching sides.
What do we learn by fighting ourselves?
Yeah.
I love a lot
Thinking
of
out loud.
Like all the Moto stuff, the plane stuff, the
Yeah.
volcano stuff, the Moto stuff, the dam stuff, the penguin stuff, the Moto stuff, the banana stuff. Wait, what was I talking about again? But man, the stuff with Alex and his dad and the pathetic villain line is not nearly as funny as I remember. And it takes up a lot more time than I remember as well. Whatever, it's still a decent movie, but I feel like if I want a stronger comedy, I'll just watch something with Hedges or Reason instead. God, I just can't believe how this video has shifted my Madagascar paradigm entirely. It used to be cool.
Reloading. Reloading. Healing.
Cutting their vision.
Reloading.
I can't tell if these movies are good or bad.
Reloading.
Wingman planting.
Darius Yates.
Reloading.
Somebody put out of my vision.
Cutting their vision.
Spike sticky. Thanks, little man.
Abominable! Can you believe
Here.
that?
Abominable was amazing.
Hostile down.
Movies
Enemy
like
spotted
these
me.
really frustrate me because they could so
One enemy remaining.
There.
little story with them, and some of this film has already been forgotten.
Right there.
My favorite aspect is during the so we see the main character.
That's right, you tell him.
Saving up money and befriending this Yeti. It was wholesome as heck and pretty magical, not gonna lie. But again,
He says their bullets
characters
tickle.
soon hop on this boat
Yeah.
and go on an adventure through the wilderness to get this Yeti home, and it's not really that good. The Yeti has vague, convenient, magical
Spike's
powers
here.
to do whatever the plot needs them to in order to get the characters out of any situation, which is really
I'm gonna buy.
Onward may be a worse movie, but at least in that movie they use different, unique spells for each situation. This
We
movie just
will
has
survive.
magic Yeti powers that can do anything, basically, and it really plays the tension. You start to ask, why can't the Yeti just fly them straight to his home and he can basically do anything? Also, there's a twist villain in this movie that, despite being something I legit didn't see coming, doesn't really
Stopping fire. Show me a target.
story and just
Right
played it
there.
straight. The story is not really
Get
so
those done.
that's odd. Also, this recent movie looks exactly
Enemy
like a
spotted
mix between
B.
Merida and Guardians of the Incredibles. So that's a thing as well. I don't know, man. This movie's fine, but not hard enough. Props for setting the story in a place that isn't America.
Gun
though.
here.
It's always cool to see different cultures portrayed in animated movies.
One enemy remaining.
Crash is ready.
Well, boys, we did it. My character arc is complete, and I now finally see the penguin.
Wingman's gonna plant Spike.
Masterpiece that is, and by masterpiece,
Spike planted. Thanks, Wings.
what it lacks in humor compared to the first two Madagascars.
Barrier deployed.
And surprisingly good acting. The plot is actually decent, and the villain is enjoyable. Plus, there are plenty of funny moments
Yeah?
in there. The movie kind of loses
What'd you say?
villains who aren't really that interesting.
Uh-huh.
Plus, any attempts at an emotional moment really fall flat. Bro, this is the Penguins of Madagascar movie. Just immerse
They're
yourself
done.
in their themes and don't bother with the drama. But once again, I
Stay
don't have
alive.
much to say about
I
it.
want
Just
their
like
life,
the
not
trilogy.
yours.
You know what else is better? The Madagascar Penguins and A Christmas Carol. Now that's an all-time classic. It doesn't count for the purposes of this list, but I'll let you know where I'd rank it if it did count when we get to that spot. Alright,
Reloading!
officially about to get into the top 20. The good movies, the 7 out of 10s and above. I could use
Zero
a break
in.
before that because I have been talking for 30 minutes. I'm gonna use my break to talk to you even more about Squarespace. There's no better way to build a website than with
Reloading.
every piece.
Making.
Reloading.
Focusing.
Squarespace is a fantastic, intuitive online website builder.
Destabilizing.
Reloading. Gun here.
Reloading.
Got Spike, Wings.
Reloading.
Still
Am I
inside.
getting shot by? Oh wait, is that the
Reload.
only person out there?
Maybe if there's more people, it would be target absorption.
Every design automatically
Last player standing.
your overall style of your website, so your content will look great on every device.
Still inside.
If you want that, you can always disable the mobile view of the website manager. Buying a domain from Squarespace is simple because there are no hidden fees or price tags. Each domain comes with an ad-free registry and free WHOIS privacy on eligible domains. Squarespace sells over 200 top-level domains.
They're just
Give them the
batteries.
perfect name
I
for your
need a
website.
recharge.
Use a URL that ends in .com, .net, .org, or if you're feeling funky, you can get a more specific one
Right
like
there.
.art. Ready to share your passion. Reloading. Business with the rest of the world. Squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Appreciate 10% off your first purchase
Okay,
of the
I was
website
thinking,
or
okay,
domain.
huh?
Oh, shit! Alright!
Look at the animation on the humans and flushed away.
Rash
You
is
know
ready.
what they remind me of? Aside from that, Flushed Away is pretty good.
Wingman's
I
planting.
enjoy the movie's sense of humor.
Reloading.
Especially the tension and lies.
Right there.
I like the action. I like how the rap world is built hilariously.
Wall race.
Mike Sticky, thanks to the man. You gotta give some props there. Some stuff isn't too great. Like
Breaking down. I know exactly where you are.
Right there. Existed. Even as a kid, I felt Mark. Somebody there.
Begins.
Also, the movie does that whole
Last player standing.
Like, I think terrible human in DreamWorks history. Why is there any for less? Good movie, that's all. Moving on.
What about dinner?
Var försiktig. The battlefield changes with every play.
Let's play slow.
Let's play slow. Japan's books as a kid. They were hilarious and awesome, like everything I could have hoped for. And it's so refreshing to see a movie adaptation that perfectly
Let's play slow.
captures what made the original book special, right down to the flippo line. The Captain Underpants movie is just so good. This is the
Crash
one
is
DreamWorks
ready.
movie that makes fart and goof humor work because it's integral to the spirit of the books and to childhood in general. The art style of this movie is incredible.
It's all you, little homie.
Stopping fire.
Captain Underpants himself is epic, bro. This movie
Blow him
kinda
up, Mosh.
falters in the pacing department. Like, way too much
Cutting
time
their vision.
dedicated
Wall race. Reloading.
Show me a target. Breaking. Go.
Reloading.
Target spotted 8.
Joke's over! You're dead!
One enemy remaining.
Right there.
Alright, so the road to El Dorado is a bit of a weird one. No. Are you kidding me?
Gun here.
No.
Match point.
Stamp out their last breath.
Comedically, it's fantastic.
Let's play slow.
I absolutely love this movie.
Let's play slow. Here.
Julio and Miguel are so damn fun and entertaining and gay. I love it. I also really like most of the songs. Sure, they're doing that Tarzan thing where a disembodied voice is singing instead of the characters. But the good news is I love Elton John as opposed to Phil Collins, who I have no strong feelings about one way or the other. So the songs really work for me, even though I would have preferred having the characters sing them, considering how fantastic it is. I also think the animation is outstanding. It's clean, it's crisp, the melding of 2D characters and 3D backgrounds is richly cinematic. And I think the more adult humor fits the tone of this movie way more than Jake Hands. But the actual story is my biggest problem with the film. It starts strong, but
My ult is ready. No distractions. Focusing.
Wingman's gonna plant spike. Right there.
Destabilizing.
Spike planted. Thanks,
Barrier
Wings.
created.
All you, boss.
Destabilizing.
I love the scene where the high priest just casually insinuates to Miguel that he knows he isn't God. It's nice that it doesn't matter to him. Enemy spotted me. He's just happy Miguel
Right there.
has a positive
Right
impact
there.
on his community. When I rewatch it,
cover.
It's still a...
Dizzy's up top! Dizzy has target! Right there!
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
What they are. Reloading!
Hey.
Attackers win.
Hell yeah! My crew delivers!
Flies anywhere. He can be in the air. What humans think is impossible.
I genuinely can't believe I ranked this movie so high. I am gonna get so much hate for this. But fuck it. If Shark Tale solidified DreamWorks' reputation for making bad movies, and Shrek the Third solidified their completely unwarranted reputation for making bad sequels, then it was B-Movie that solidified their reputation for making bonkers movies. Much like Boss Baby.
You may have seen.
Today's guest has done it all. Mentally scarred 12-year-olds, stolen a Grammy, possessed a Pope, even written his own celebrity cookbook. Out.
I have.
Don't just take classes, take charge. Start your comeback today at PurdueGlobal.edu.
Introducing Milo's Rewards.